Welcome back. Akwa Ibom State, South Nigeria, has a new chief judge. At a ceremony held at the Executive Council Chamber, Government House, Uyo, the state governor, Udom Emmanuel, swore in Justice Godwin Abraham as the acting chief judge of the state.
I will abide by the code of conduct.
The governor urged the new chief judge to maintain an open channel of communication between the legislature, executive, and the judiciary. He also urged the CJ to bring to bear his expertise and wealth of experience and inject vigor into the judicial system to make it more efficient and effective. Until his elevation, Justice Abraham was the administrative judge of the Uyo Judicial Division of the Akwa Ibom High Court. In Cross River State, also in the South, Governor Ben Ayade has sworn in Justice Michael Edem as the state's acting chief judge. At a ceremony held at the Exco chambers of the Government House and witnessed by members of the government, family and friends, the governor urged the new CJ to replicate the worthy legacy of his predecessor, Justice Okoye Ikwe, who passed on recently at the age of 63 after a brief illness.
Let me commit on his behalf that the people of Cross River State will see peace, they will see love, they will see tranquility, they will see justice. He has said in his declaration and in his oath that there is nothing, no personal interest of his that would make him to take decisions that do not stand for the interests of the common man. And so I believe him because I know him. He has great energy and stamina. He will sit and try some of the outstanding cases that have stayed for too long. He will bring reform to the judiciary. He will close the relationship between the executive and the judiciary.
Your Excellency, I'll be quick in the dispatch of my assignments and responsibilities to the glory and credits of the state government and all the citizens therein, because in my hand are powers. I can assure that there will be judicial use of the power.
In Bayelsa State, also in the South, lawyers from the Yenagoa and Sagbama branch of the Nigerian Bar Association are worried about the lack of judicial activities at the Yenagoa division of the Federal High Court and the National Industrial Court. This is because the judges in both courts are facing criminal investigations, a situation which has prevented them from presiding over cases. Justice Agbado Fishim and Justice Ngajiwa were both alleged by the EFCC to have collected bribes to pervert the course of justice. The NBA in the state, however, wants the situation to be addressed quickly so that justice delayed is not justice denied.
For close to 6 months now, as some of you may be aware, both the Federal High Court and the National Industrial Court have not been sitting. That's the Yenagoa division of both courts. Now, there are so many things that have resulted from that. Firstly, for criminal trials, we have a lot of inmates who are in detention who cannot have their matters heard because of non-sitting of the courts. For civil matters, especially matters like maybe oil spill matters, we have people who have come from communities, brought their matters to courts, and now those matters are stuck. We know that there could be some implications because when people are not given an opportunity to ventilate their grievance, they may resort to self-help. So it is for this reason that we are calling the attention of the world at large, in fact, to highlight the problems that we face, both as legal practitioners and some people as litigants.
We have made representations to all relevant agencies, including the Chief Justice of Nigeria. In fact, I led a delegation with the chairman of the two branches of the Nigerian Bar Association we have in the state, that's the Yenagoa and Sagbama branch, to see the Chief Justice of Nigeria on the issue. We wrote letter as well. I also, on another occasion, led a delegation with the two of them as well to see the Attorney General of the Federation on the same issue. We wrote letter as well. And again, we have also seen the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court on the same matter.
The parties want new judges assigned to man the courts to avoid a breakdown of law and order in the states.
And just before we go, let's do a quick recap of some of the top stories from the courtrooms.
We begin with the report that the Lagos State High Court sitting in Igboshere, Lagos Island, has convicted and sentenced two men, Okumo Nwabufo and Olisaeloka Ejike, to death by hanging for the gruesome murder of Cynthia Osukogu, a postgraduate student of Nasarawa State University. Justice Olabisi Akinlade sentenced the duo to death after finding them guilty of murdering Cynthia by chaining her hands and legs and choking and gagging her, which led to asphyxia, the absence of oxygen supply to her body. The late Cynthia Osukogu was murdered on July the 22nd, 2012 at a hotel in Festac Town. She met her murderer through a social media platform, Facebook. The court, however, discharged and acquitted the third and fourth defendants on the grounds that the prosecution had not proved its case against them. At the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos, Justice Rilwan Aikawa has admitted in evidence the list of beneficiaries of a sum of $115,010,000 allegedly received from the former Minister of Petroleum, Diezani Alison Madueke. The list contains names of individuals from the 36 states of the Federation who allegedly benefited from the sum during the run-up to the 2015 general elections. The document was tendered by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in the trial of a senior advocate of Nigeria, Mr. Dele Belgore, and the former Minister of National Planning, Professor Abubakar Sulaiman. Both men are alleged to have benefited from the funds by receiving the sum of 450 million naira in March 2015. Justice Rilwan, who admitted the document of beneficiaries in evidence, held that the fact that the document was produced by a computer through an email address of a staff in the course of carrying out an official assignment does not in any way invalidate the tendering of the list. Staying at the Federal High Court, Justice Mojisola Olateregun has fixed May the 15th for the trial of two Chinese and a Nigerian charged before it for allegedly importing substandard automobile tires worth about 5 billion naira. The court fixed the date after granting the bail application of the three defendants. Bail was granted in the sum of 10 million naira with two sureties each in the same sum. In granting their bail applications, the trial judge ordered the two Chinese nationals to submit both their international passports and residential permits to the court's deputy chief registrar. The judge also ordered the two companies named in the charge to submit a bond of 10 million naira each. In Abuja, the Federal High Court sitting in Maitama has been asked to consider putting on hold hearing on the 400 million naira fraud charge made against Olisa Metu, the former spokesman of the People's Democratic Party. The request, according to Mr. Metu, is to enable the Supreme Court of Nigeria take a decision on an appeal filed in relation to his no-case submission. The former PDP spokesperson had instituted the application before the Apex Court to challenge the trial court and the Court of Appeal, which had dismissed his no-case submission. And we round off with a report that the former Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, Andrew Yakubu, has been granted bail in the sum of 300 million naira. The EFCC had alleged that Mr. Yakubu stashed away a sum to the tune of 3 billion naira at his home in Kaduna. He had subsequently gone to court to challenge the temporary forfeiture of the money. In granting the bail, the trial judge ordered that the former NNPC boss should produce two sureties in the like sum. Justice Mohammed then held that one of the sureties must be an owner of landed property within the Federal Capital Territory that's worth the bail sum. The court also ordered the seizure of Mr. Yakubu's international passport with a stern warning that he should not travel out of the country during the pendency of the case.
And that's the program for today. Please share your views with us on any of the issues we discussed on the program. If you missed any part of it, you can find it in past episodes on our YouTube channel. I'm Shola Shayeli. Thank you for watching.